I am just feeling like truly fertile soil from this entire week of facilitators and Reggie's hosting. I'd actually just ask for Morgan, could you share the painting now and I'll just kind of dive in. For those of you who weren't there Wednesday when I was giving the midweek update and just kind of the inspiration for this piece, it was as I meditated and continued to just be present throughout the week, the image of snake just kept emerging, and this kind of interesting dual meaning of snake symbolism, how it can be challenging and how it can also be transformative and awakening. And I feel like healing is a word that is also very dual in nature. Sometimes healing feels like burdensome and heavy, and sometimes healing feels so light and easy. And to bring us here, I don't know if you can make this a little bigger, Morgan. Maybe we can do full screen. Um, so the inspiration really was the snake shedding its skin, and how essentially healing is actually just a releasing process, and it can be as simple and natural as that. Um, so the foundation is really inspired by finding that snake skin,
I was
and so
making
the
it
idea.
bigger.
Oh, okay. So the idea behind that is the more we can release what no longer serves us, the more fully we will be able to step into our full becoming and who we're here to be. It was also brought to mind the Buddhist concept that where there is suffering, there is clinging. And I feel like Snake is such a beautiful teacher about release. I started to really sit through like, okay, why does a snake actually shed its skin? And in some research, I discovered that the snake sheds its skin simply because it does not fit anymore, because it's old or worn out. When snakes grow, their skin does not, and so they outgrow it. They shed to accommodate growth, repair damage, and eliminate parasites. And I felt that really pointed us to ask ourselves, what are we ready to grow into? What are we ready to repair? What are we ready to release? They also shed their skin before reproduction and after giving birth. And that, um, to me, points to asking ourselves, what are we giving birth to? And to me, almost the most interesting part about it is that the snake starts to shed its skin by rubbing up against something hard, usually a rock or a tree. And that to me is pointing to what feels hard or difficult in our lives that is actually helping us. Um, and with that, it's really honoring that even though things may seem challenging at times, that my ability to step into the fullness in me of me and my greatest potential is directly related to my ability to release what no longer serves me, and that gets to be easy at times too. And so when I'm thinking about release, I'm thinking about releasing old ideas of myself and others, releasing old habits, releasing old ways of being, releasing shoulds, releasing how I think I should be, how things should be, so that I can be truly present with what is and what wants to be through me and as me. And also the willingness to release through grief the changes and loss that we did not ask for but are faced with anyway. So the mantra is, I think we got a little sneak peek at the beginning. The mantra is, my release is my becoming. So each dash that you see here, I have I've created it as you would a mala bead or a rosary. So with the meditation, prayer, incantation, however you might conceptualize it, each dash I have chanted, my release is my becoming. My release is my becoming. My release is my becoming. And there's 300 of these dashes on this, and 300 is a number of transformation itself. So again, snake medicine, transformation, and creation. So to me, just the seed of this week is allowing ourselves to step into our fullness by easily releasing what no longer serves. Oh, thank you, Adaku. So that is it. I would love to see your faces here. Any thoughts? Maybe Akilah, if you have any feelings, thoughts.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Hearing you say, Allison, that you chanted and named that mantra into each of those pieces, into each one, and that they are alone together. Each one is
Yeah.
whole and each one is held. And that just really struck me. It stood out how they are alone and not. And so
Yeah.
much of that is what endings are, right? The idea of what am I gonna be without this thing, even when I know it needs to go.
Mm.
But really, each thing is complete. If it's shed, let it, right. So all of that came through as you were talking, and as I was like, oh my God. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all. It's really been a pleasure all week.
Thank you so much, Allison. It's been so amazing. And so there was a limited edition of Allison's prints. And the wonderful Jessica Duravaj will put the link in the chat for you. So please hurry and reserve yours now. It's available through the Kripalu online shop.
Morgan,
Yes.
I'd love to just also share with folks just something we were talking about. And hey, everybody, good to see you all. Something that Allison and Akilah and Morgan and I were sharing before we all came on together of how this painting is actually our collective seed that we are planting, right? That we can look at this painting I remember when I received my first japa mantra from a teacher, you didn't tell anybody what the mantra was, and you held your mala beads inside of your silk pouch, and you did your mantra, and you never took even the mala out of the pouch, as to like preserve the energy and the essence of the seed, right? The energy and the essence of the seed. And as we move out into the world, feeling not that this painting is an expression, it's a transmission, but we are also now this transmission and this seed and this energy of this journey that we've taken together. So Allison, her work is so special. It's so incredibly intentional, and having her weaving with all of us this week was truly just a dream come true, to have art and creation and expression also be and live alongside of our pain and our hope and our grief. So thank you so much, Allison, for just holding this space and reminding us of the beauty of even of when we're rubbing against the hard things and the shedding of the skin, and how beautiful that can be. Thank you so much.